So I remember actually a talk that I gave several years ago to at a masjid, and at that talk I asked the community members who were attending if they believe that Islam is a way of life, a complete holistic way of life. And I told them, just raise your hand if you think that Islam is a complete way of life. And everyone raised their hand. And they said, yes, Islam is a complete way of life. And I asked, okay, how many of you think that Islam should be the criteria by which laws are based? Our laws and government, our system of governance should be based on Islam and what Islam says. Then there weren't as many people. In fact, it seemed like only half of people raised their hands affirmatively for that. So isn't that a contradiction? Doesn't that contradict? Like, you think that Islam is a holistic way of life, but you do not accept that this holistic way of life of Islam should guide governmental decisions or public policy, or how do we set up the economy, or how do we understand relationships between people, between members of a community, between members of a society, within families. Should Islam be the guidance that we first and foremost look to when we want to understand how to raise our children? If Islam is this holistic way of life, and Allah has completed the deen and selected for us and for all of humanity the deen of Islam, then it should have guidance for all of these aspects of life, all of these areas of human existence. So how can it be for Muslims to acknowledge that yes, Islam is a holistic, complete way of life, but then they waffle? Okay? They waffle when it comes to these actual areas.